Casting without editing any of the title. But anyways, welcome back everybody to my Madden 19 Dallas Cowboys franchise live stream. Welcome back to the channel. So it's been, I'd say a little over a week since I've done a live stream for you guys. That's just because I've been a lot busier with work and everything. It's really started back up and things like that. So anyway, regardless of that, we're going to get back into this Madden 19 action right here. So we got weeks 13 and 14 this week, not weeks 11 and 12 like the title says, because we've already won those games. So let's go ahead and get started for this live stream against the Saints at AT&T Stadium at home. Play full game. So obviously, since I've been, I guess, off the air, you could call it, haven't been playing Madden for a little bit. The Cowboys, they're looking, well, not exactly what I thought they were going to look like. Team's currently 1-1. They did beat the Giants on Sunday, but offensively, this team looks like, honestly, it looks like that they're going to be in a funk all season, and they might not be very good. I'm sorry, but I'm just being blatantly honest. I'm not saying that I think Dak Prescott is bad. I think, you know, I've said this multiple times. When it comes to the Cowboys, I always feel like it comes down to the coaching staff and the fact that it's one of the worst coaching staffs, I think, in the league. I mean, I say one of the worst. I mean, like, the head coach, Jason Garrett, and Scott Linehan are the worst. I think Rod Marinelli, quite frankly, should either be the head coach or maybe he stays on as a defensive coordinator.
It's a coach.
I also really like Chris Richard, who's the passing coordinator and the defensive backs coach. I really think that he quite frankly should be the head coach of the Cowboys. I love his passion, I love his energy, but anyway. But the team is 1-1 in real life, of course. In this mode, we're in the middle of the playoff push right now, and we're trying to get things done at home against the Saints.
And on the call, as always,
so we won the last game on Thanksgiving against the Redskins, 13-3, I want to say, something like that, pretty easily. So we got a pretty big one tonight against the Saints, and we're on Thursday night. We get a week before that. That's the playoff picture right now. We are the #1 team in the NFC East right now. Only the Redskins are the only team from our division still in the hunt as of right now. I'm not quite sure what the Eagles are, but I want to say they maybe have a 7-4 record as well. Could be wrong about that, but I'll look at the standings when I get done with this first game against New Orleans. But regardless of that, we're here to get it done against the Saints and Drew Brees and company. Let's get it. We're going to take this one, and let's see if we can get some yards here. Gets to the 25-yard line, I'll take that. I'll take that any day. And for those of you that haven't checked out previous live streams, Jason Garrett's not the head coach anymore. We hired, I think his name's like Mark Helfrich, something like that. No, Mark Helfrich's name is no linebacker who used to play for the Giants. I forget what his name is. Quite frankly, when I started this live stream, I didn't really think about what I was going to say. I just kind of jumped right into it. I was kind of like, you know, I don't really care. I'm just going to jump into this live stream, just dive in the water, I guess. Don't even think about how hot or cold the water is. Just dive in it. So we're going to get things started with a sweep. Zeke breaks the tackle right there, and we're going to gain about 4 yards. I'll tell you what, if Dallas wants to do anything successful this year, they need to give Ezekiel Elliott the ball more than they even did against the Giants. Now, they did come out running a lot more with Zeke, and he got a touchdown. He had, I think he had maybe a little less rushing yards than he did against Carolina. I don't 100% know, but Zeke is, I don't want to say he's the whole Cowboys offense, but he's a pretty dang good portion. Oh my, well, Jesus Christ. Not the way we wanted to start at all. We get 3, and the Saints score a touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Well, starting off with a deficit, okay. Well, 51 just came in completely unblocked. Something tells me Prescott's knee was down, but I know the way that challenges go in this game, they won't overturn that no matter what the call is. I mean, shoot. I mean, EA Sports still hasn't gotten right with some of these penalties. especially on the catching ones. Like the guy's clearly out of bounds, but they still rule him in, or he's clearly in and they rule him out of bounds. It's like EA, you're worse than the officials in real life.
And the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble
I just had some wings a couple hours ago.
This is fielded at the goal line.
Anybody else like Wingstop? The wings are delicious.
Here he gets it out to the 25-yard
Everyone wants to talk about how B-Dubs Buffalo Wild Wings is the GOAT, but I don't know. I've liked Wingstop ever since I tried it way back in my, I forget when I first had Wingstop. I want to say it was like 2006, 2007 I first tried it. It was really good. I like their sides too. Their french fries are pretty good. They got some pretty good beans too, if you want to get beans. They got, I'm going to say they also got like some coleslaw. That's pretty good. As I almost threw a pick right there, trying to force it with Alan Hearns.
Heading into the playoffs, so you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now, fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card.
How's everybody's Tuesday going? Hopefully, everybody's had a pretty good start to the week.
Here now, New Orleans
I've been pretty busy today with some writing, but I got some free time tonight. I'm a little bit bored, so I decided, you know what? Let me just go ahead and live stream. Because I like doing it when I got some free time. You know me, I love football. I'm doing it. All right, come on, Z. We got to get you going.
On second down, Elliott takes it to the 26.
That run went nowhere. Now we're in a third and long situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Somebody's got to get open here.
A little bit of pressure.
I need somebody to step up.
Back in the expected passing situation.
Hearns, can you be the one? Oh, you got to catch those. Come on, Hearns, I need you.
Looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one. Knock it away.
Before I started this live streaming, I was going to see if I could try to get Bryce Butler, but I can't do any trades because the trade deadline's passed. What do you guys think about Bryce Butler coming back to the Cowboys? I mean, apparently the rumors were that he was still in Dallas, even when he was released by the Cardinals. And if y'all remember, the Cowboys and Cardinals played in week 3 of the preseason, so Butler played against his old team for a little bit. I don't know how much he played in that game against the Cardinals. He might have played like a couple of series or two. I think he had like one catch for like 15 yards, something like that. I forget the box score for that game. Most good I can get about that because that was the so-called dress rehearsal. But yet your two best players didn't even step on the field. So that was definitely a throwaway preseason game. Even though technically preseason games are throwaway games, but not when you're trying to evaluate what the backups are like. And that's one of the things that people talked about with that opening game against the Panthers, that was basically like another preseason game for the Cowboys, and it was. Offense was totally flat. They came out just looking like they were not in sync at all, like they hadn't played in this, which technically was true, they hadn't. Now the defense, though, they've been playing well for the first 2 weeks of the season. Mostly because they've actually played, mostly because some players on there played significant snaps, like Lawrence, like Crawford a little bit, Gregory a little bit, even though he's in concussion right now. They said for Seattle this week he should be available, and I'm not 100% sure. And speaking of Seattle, they have somebody that we want. You know, I really don't think at this point of the season Earl Thomas is going to happen. And I say point of the season, I know it's like only 2 weeks in, but I feel like that if you were going to make any kind of trade to get Earl Thomas, it would have had to happen like, as I'm stuttering on my words, right at this moment. It would have needed to happen like in week 2 or 3 of the preseason. Instead, he's in Seattle. Apparently, he's still reported. Apparently, he's happy there. It is what it is, but at the same time, I think, you know, one of the things that Skip Bayless, by the way, I know that Skip Bayless is annoying. I know a lot of his takes are terrible and inaccurate, and he is one of the least credible journalists out there. But, I mean, look, I like him because he's a big Cowboys person. And I know that, you know, you can't really be that much of a homer in the journalism world, but Skip can get away with it. And, you know, I kind of hope that maybe one day if I get in this business and I do something like that in that profession, that, you know, that I can still show my true blue colors a little bit. But anyway, yeah, he was talking about how the fact that the team didn't get Earl Thomas like left him deflated. I don't really know about that because I think they were preparing for whatever happened, whether they got Earl Thomas or whether they didn't. I don't think it really mattered to the defense, especially the secondary guys like Xavier Woods. If we get a nice tackle with Sean Lee to force him to fourth down, I don't think it really would have mattered. I don't think the players were thinking about, you know, who needs to be here and who doesn't. I think they were just thinking about, okay, well, who's on the field right now and who isn't. And as one player, you just focus on your job. You don't focus on what other teams are doing. You don't focus on what the ownership is doing. You just do whatever you can do as a player to contribute to your team's success. And that kick went incomplete by Lutz. I'm sure Lutz was on my fantasy team last year. I think he might have been my backup kicker because my starting kicker had a bye week, so I just had to pick up a quick kicker. Unfortunately, I had to drop, I think, a receiver or a running back or somebody that was actually solid. Hadn't been doing a lot for me, like, recently, but, like, I still needed,
the numbers for Zeke from last week. 17 carries, 60 yards.
I just didn't want to have a goose egg. Yeah, fantasy for the first 2 weeks was good. First week I dominated my opponent pretty well. Second week didn't go so hot because, well, first of all, Carson Wentz is my starting quarterback. He's been out for the first 2 weeks of the season. Should be back this week, fortunately. So I had to roll with Marcus Mariota. He played well in week 1. Unfortunately, in week 2 he got hurt right out of the gates, or maybe he was already hurt, I don't know. And how the heck did I not get around Travis Frederick to pick up the first down? 4th and 3. Oh, goodness. Decision time already. You know what? No, I'll just go ahead and play him to be safe. Now comes the
Cowboys punter
as
he'll kick it away for the second time.
Played well in that first series. Let me see if I can do it again. Hopefully we get this a good out of bounds right here. Come on. Out of bounds to the 6, I'll take that. Nice job, Chris Jones. But, yeah. So I got no points for my quarterback this past week.
It's the Saints in the
which
which
hurt pretty bad.
The NFL
AJ Green played well, though. He got me 29 points. But I really didn't get too much outside of, I think Adam Thielen had like 15 points. He's receiver for the Vikings I have.
You're not you.
So yeah, like I got some pretty good players, but with Carson Wentz still out, and Jay Ajayi got hurt too for the Eagles last week as well. So yeah. Kind of ironic that as a Cowboy fan, I'm relying on some Philadelphia Eagles to try to win the fantasy championship. But hey, I mean, I won the league last year with Wentz as my quarterback after I got a trade. So I kind of, you know, I guess it was me just thinking I want to try to bring some of the same players back. And plus, look, I mean, I hate the Eagles, but I think Carson Wentz is a dang good quarterback. He's better than Dak right now. I'm sorry, he is. Even though he's hurt and he hasn't played yet this season. I mean, he has a Super Bowl ring and Dak Prescott doesn't. So unfortunately, that automatically makes him better than Dak. I mean, I'm a rings guy, and that's the way I do it. Like, that's why I say Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James. He has more rings than him. And also, Jordan never lost in the finals. LeBron was 2-4. By the way, speaking of basketball, I am probably going to be getting NBA 2K19 soon, because I do want to have some other, at least sports content on this channel. I don't want this to just be a Madden channel, even though obviously Madden is near and dear to my heart and my favorite video game to play. I don't just want it to be Madden. Nice tackle, Tyler Crawford. I want to be able to play some NBA 2K. I did stream some My Player games of 2K18 last year, but when I went back to look at the recording after I streamed it, the only audio was coming through the controller. I don't know if you can like set it up a certain way. Like you can, in settings, you can like make it so that the sound doesn't just come through the controller and actually come through the TV, so people can hear the game commentary instead of just like the buzzer. Because during the live stream, the whole stream was quiet, and the only thing you could hear was when the buzzer went off occasionally. You couldn't hear the crowd, you couldn't hear the players, you couldn't hear the chatter. You know, you couldn't hear the people talking. It was a pretty bad like
That didn't happen.
It was pretty bad.
That play got
So,
swallowed up.
that's something I'm going to invest in pretty soon. With 2K19, I might do a My GM mode with my Spurs, or I might do I'll definitely be doing a My Career mode for sure. Hopefully this year's My Career mode is a little bit better because I wasn't a fan of last year's. I know this is apples to oranges, this is football and basketball, but I do buy 2K I do buy 2K every year pretty much, especially now that NBA Live is, well, it went dormant, it came back, and it's just not as good as it was on the old PS2 days, or Xbox, or original Xbox days. 2K is really the best basketball game that's out there, yeah. The presentation is awesome in that. It's unbelievable. I mean, you literally have Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Tony Smith from the real-life NBA on TNT crew in the pregame, at halftime, postgame, all that stuff. 2K is just so much more in-depth with their video game. It's almost ridiculous. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think EA Sports has more money than 2K. I don't know about that. EA Tiburon. I don't know about that. But anyway, that's going to be something I'm going to invest in pretty soon. Although buying video games is one of the least bit of my concern right now because of work and everything I got to do. And for literally the last 2 weekends, I have been sweating at Jones AT&T Stadium, filming Texas Tech football take on Lamar 2 weeks ago, and then last week it was Houston. Both wins though. So yeah, the Red Raiders looking pretty good right now. They're 2-1, getting ready to play number 15 Oklahoma on Saturday night. That'll be a road game though, so I get the weekend off as far as football. However, I'm going to go film some volleyball on Saturday at the arena.
Later this weekend, the Saints on third down.
So yeah, that's what I got going on really this week. But yeah, I'll be getting 2K19 hopefully soon, and I'm going to look to do some live streaming on that. Definitely doing a My Career mode, just for giving up a lot of yards on this.
Across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Man, we've done nothing on offense this game whatsoever. Not looking too hot right now. We're putting our defense in bad spots too. I think defensively we've given up long third down completions
crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver.
Come on.
You're around that long.
Guys, come on. Think the tackle. There you go, Luke.
When he was young, he
but
thought
yeah,
the crafty veteran was
2K, My Career mode for sure. I might even just do some regular play now games, like what's trending, like what games y'all want to see. I might even do a Raptors Spurs game. Y'all probably know why I'm doing that one. Screw you, Kawhi Leonard. Yeah. I'm sorry, but for real. He just flat out walked out on the Spurs. I don't know what player does that to the Spurs. That's never happened before with a star player, and I don't know, and I hope it doesn't happen again. Tony Parker's gone. He's with Charlotte now. Sacking Lawrence. No! Ginobili retired, and
but not before they're inside the 25.
Yeah.
And now we won't see a play.
New Orleans just called a timeout, so they're going to try to score here. We're only down 7-0, but they've basically been able to play keep away from us. In addition to 2K19, another thing I'm going to get is a face cam. Or PlayStation cam, I should say. So I can have a face cam for games. Who is that? Number 4? Who is number 4?
Smith, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints now at 6-3.
Who is that? Who wears number 4?
And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not
at whatever. Well, regardless of who scored that touchdown, they did score one, so now we're down 14-0.
And right now, they want to
Saints are pretty good, though. This is a perennial playoff team that we're facing right now, so we're probably going to see them. If y'all want to go back a few seconds in the live stream, go back and look at the referee's hands or arms during that last field goal attempt. Jordan Lewis almost broke one there. I thought he was going to go all the way. But yet his arms were like straight back. That's a funny glitch, if I do say so myself. Okay, we got to stop messing around on offense. We've basically done nothing this whole half. Let's try to get some points on this drive, because I don't want to go into the half with a goose set on the scoreboard. I don't want to force stuff either. Alright, let's just run it with Dak. We want to develop. There we go. I'm out. Let's keep it moving.
probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet.
Yeah, that was
and
pretty
try
funny.
and generate some offense.
His
on
arms
this
were
drive.
like straight back.
At least 3
He was like,
points, get that 0 off
He was
the
like,
board.
whoop. It's funny to me.
On 1st and 10.
If y'all don't think it's funny, you can stop. What the?
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
I hate it when the defensive lineman does that. Like, I had a guy open, and because he's able to get his pimp hand around Tyron Smith, I get sacked. Like, in what world does that happen? Outside of if you're Khalil Mack,
He's airing it out for Williams. So
he almost threw another pick. And Zach Martin's hurt. Things just go from bad to worse. Thank you a lot, man.
There's been a nice variety of play
But yeah, it's like, what world does that happen? Unless you're Khalil Mack or freaking Lawrence Taylor, I don't know how you can just sack a guy with one arm.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency
Anyway,
quite a bit.
it's Madden. It's a video
Only the
game.
second quarter. A lot of time to check. And he
I
fires one
really
that's
just did that.
intercepted.
So Dax committed
Touchdown
2
by Von
turnovers.
Bell. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. He may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1
Who's that?
in his career.
Von Bell, I think is his name. I don't even know.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure.
Well, we
they
just
hold
gave New
for
Orleans
you
the
after
ball
the
with
game.
28
But
seconds.
if you play in the
Not a
back
lot of
7
time
on
for them to do
defense,
anything. They'll
that's
probably
part of your
take a couple of
job,
weeks.
finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
We don't give up too much. We're already down 14 enough as it is. There you go, Rouzier. That's what we needed. Pick it off. Take it all the way. There you go, Cheeto. Touchdown. Now that's something we needed right there. Rouzier is playing well in real life. Real. Nice job, Rouzier. Do your dance. Do your dance, my man.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football
That helps out a lot. Cole Groin will not be able to
That's
return for this game. Oh, jeez. Oh, Dean Edwards get back out there soon.
But the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're
Like
the
in real life, I
receivers,
guess.
and
Zach
they went
Martin's
after
cleaned
that
up.
one and took it all the way.
Extra point up and good.
He was hurt like at the beginning of the season, so you know, dare I try to maybe invest in a backup right guard in the draft? I probably will anyway, because I'm gonna focus in the draft really on getting a bunch of depth.
So they throw the
I
pick
feel like
six. They'll get another shot at it
there's
now
not a lot of
as
depth
this one's
right
in the
now.
air.
Offensively. Especially on offense. Like, I'm going to draft a pretty big playmaking wide receiver. Another thing I'm going to do this offseason, and I know I'm talking about the offseason when the first season is not even done yet. And, you know, I hate to do spoilers and stuff like that. But when the offseason hits, no matter what team he's with, and what he's doing,
For the best ones,
I'm bringing Dez Bryant back.
that they did that
I'm bringing him
because
back.
They don't think there should be any blemishes
Because
on their
this is
record. They think
ridiculous.
that they're way better than that.
Like,
So
he was with Jerry at that concert.
Maybe throw another touchdown.
He
That'll
talked to
tamp
Bryce.
them down in a big way.
Bryce Butler talked to Dez about the Dallas is where he wanted to go. Okay, well, why didn't you pick up the phone and call Dez? Like, I don't get it.
So we have reached
It's really
halftime
ridiculous.
with the visiting Saints out
Especially
on
in week
top.
1,
As we'll
even,
get
you know,
over
during
to
last
Orlando,
week.
where
Like, yeah,
standing
you had
by
that
is
long
Jonathan
64-yard
Coachman. He
touchdown
has
pass to
our
Tavon
Sports
Austin.
halftime
That was the
report.
only
Okay,
explosive
Brandon,
play
thanks
you
very
had
much. We'll get back to
all
you
game.
and CD in a minute.
And for the rest of the
Time to
game,
take a look at what
it was
we've
really
got
one of those
coming your way
grind it
this
out,
weekend in the NFL. One of
try
the best
to
of the early games, we'll highlight it there.
just,
the Giants
you
in
know,
for a stern test at
sit on
home
the lead
at
and
MetLife Stadium as
win
they
the
get
game
set to
kind of
play
thing.
host to the Chicago Bears. Good stuff to follow on the West Coast in the afternoon window. One being out in Oakland, where it'll be the Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And finally, on Sunday Night Football,
Oh, yeah, it's Thursday
a
night, so the
renewal
rest
of
of the
what was
games
one of
haven't
the
even really been
NFL's
played yet.
best rivalries a few years back. The 49ers
Everybody's
heading
still
to
got to play on
Seattle
Sunday,
to take
and
on the
of course
Seahawks.
Monday night you got the Redskins.
Meanwhile, in
Ooh,
our game, it's been
that'll
a
be an interesting game.
defensive struggle. Which
I'll probably
offense
I'll
can
probably
break
look
through
the
in
score
the
from
second
that
half?
one and see how the
Find
rest
out?
of the league
Let's
fared.
hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay,
All right.
Coach, appreciate it.
So we got that big pick six by Awuzie to close out the first half, which was
in the
huge.
second
We're
half.
still down 7.
That's
but
fielded in the end zone. And no run
hopefully
back here. This will be a touchback,
we
and
can
it
get the ball
comes
back
out
and
to the
tie this thing up.
25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on
we need a
offense
score.
first here to begin the third quarter. They have
Stop
the
Drew
lead now. They'll
Brees.
be looking to
He has
extend that
110
lead.
I mean, that's not like gaudy numbers, but it's still pretty good.
About one of my favorite subjects.
Mainly because New Orleans has been on the field on offense longer than we
like to call them.
I mean, Dak fumbled the ball, doing interception, having one of those
and
games, I guess.
To see what you've done.
Basically generating nothing. Oh, get him! There you go, Malik Collins. Way to not fight on the play fake. I thought he was going to dump it out to the flat. But Malik Collins got there for the sack. Nice job.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because
I think he got hurt in the game against the Giants. Hopefully he's okay to play. I thought he was going to be out for longer because I think during like minicamp, during the spring, he had like a big knee injury, which definitely is killer. But hopefully he'll be back next week. Alright guys, it's 3rd down and 13. Let's try to get off the field on this 3rd down. I don't want to give up another big play on 3rd and 10+ yards.
It looks like a simple pitch and catch.
We've done the first couple of times that this has happened. Come on.
And worked hard to make it happen.
There you go, Sean Lee. Thank you for making the tackle. Nice job. Going nowhere, Phil. No, sir. All right. Now we got the ball back for our offense. Let's take advantage and let's score to tie this thing up. We need it. All right. Come on, Lewis. Oh! I swear, with that animation, it should be a horse collar. Maybe I'm just tripping. I don't even know. It's a video game. What do you expect? All right.
They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance
we had
really
success
to set
with
the
the stretch
tone
play
here
early
in
in the first.
They can really take charge, can't they?
Cut back. There you go, Zeke. Way to cut back against the grain. Nice job.
And I think we would see up on the grease.
Keep you going, Zeke.
Stop them defensively.
You haven't been able to do anything in this game. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. You turn the ball over and the offensive line is flat out not blocking.
But the first part worked to perfection.
That's what
did exactly what they wanted.
There you go, Zeke. First
to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet.
Spin move, there you go, get off him.
So a nice job to break the one tackle.
I'll take those 3 yards. They're harder than
as he's brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Run him over. There you go. First down. Dak's only thrown for 12 yards.
Make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone.
Oh, that is awful.
12 yards there as they keep
well, it all changes this drive, Dak. Come on, let's get it going.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations.
Gotta make that block, Hearns.
Can't really hide it.
Receivers can't block very well. That's another thing I've never seen. At least not on our team.
For an easy completion and a first down.
Like, Allen Hearns, he literally just let the guy go. Didn't even try to block him.
Prescott now on 2nd down.
There you go, Hearns. Way to redeem yourself. Catch. Let's focus on having you do something that you're good at. Okay, coach.
Dak finding the former Jag Hearns for the Dallas first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those
you have
guys
to
who can play out on the perimeter.
Not really milk the clock, but just have one of those long, sustained drives.
Can uncover
We haven't had that
themselves downfield and create catches.
The whole first half.
I call that play
take advantage
success.
right
A
here.
nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott.
Cole. First down. There we go.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 and the 19.
That's what they give you.
Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in
Kind
the
of special.
playbook,
Is that
but
Kung
so
Pao chicken?
effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ooh.
From the red zone now. Prescott.
Run more often. Oh, Dak got hit.
Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It looks like somebody from New Orleans is hurt. Manti-Te'o standing right
The
there.
lone second remains now in
Where's your
this
girlfriend?
third quarter.
I'm sorry. That is still one of the most messed up stories in sports I've ever heard of in my life.
Throwing again. Prescott on second.
At least they found the guy who was
chased
catching.
out left.
At least try to find the man who was doing that guy wrong. Because people like that, falsifying identities, really stretching out the truth, playing with people's feelings, there's a place for those people. And it's not above, it's below.
It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin.
I truly believe when you die, you go to either one of two places.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first
sorry to get
things
religious
first,
on this
they need
channel,
to
but
score
hey, it is what
as
it
they
is.
come up on first and
All right,
goal.
come on, Zeke. Let's get you into that end zone. Break that tackle. Oh, he's down to the 1. Nice. Oh, now Frederick's hurt. Lord Jesus.
That's what they wanted out of that first down play.
Okay.
Run it down there.
Well, we didn't come all this way to not get it
and now
in the
they can
end
do
zone.
whatever they want because they've got confidence
Run it
on
with
their
Zeke.
side. Line up quickly
If he has
and
to
go,
dive over the
or
pile,
savor
I
it a
don't
little
care.
bit,
Just get
but
in
I
there,
run
Zeke.
right back at him.
Come on, Zeke. Need you, buddy. Speed. Oh my goodness, the penetration levels were over 9,000. Did you guys see how easily they just obliterated the offensive line? Oh, God. And Travis Frederick is out for the rest of the game. Well, it's not going to distract us from the fact that we're still running football.
Twice already. Here
All
comes
right,
third
come
and
on,
goal.
guys.
Here's
Block,
Haley.
block. You didn't block.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
All right. Well, this is not the spot I wanted to be in. Let's go with the tight end angle.
Likely the play of the game
Back of
here,
offensive line, you never do that kind of thing. Look at this offensive line we have.
For it on 4th and goal.
It's not good.
Gotta try it here.
Jarwin, catch that. Get in the end zone. Thank you. All right. Got a touchdown. Now we got a chance to tie this thing up. Nice job, guys. Nice job.
Guys are in for 6, and the Cowboys
all right.
are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Well, after turnovers, trials, and tribulations, we've managed to tie this game up at 14-4.
Big time for them.
Now we got to finish.
How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th
Definitely
down
not out of the woods yet. We got to get that ball back for our
offense. Like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big
step
credit
up
for
here.
that.
Get that ball back for Dak and company.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, for the game this close.
All right, at least you wrapped up. I think it's calming down. Ooh, now he's hurt. Man, everybody's getting hurt in this game. Both.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
All right. Still plenty of time here, but I don't want them to get another score.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze.
There you go. Nice tackle, James. Thank you. Way to rack him up. They got an offensive lineman hurt. Ramzak, I think is his name. Yeah,
and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to the game.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6.
See
Not
what
bad.
they do.
This time it's
you know
3rd
what?
and 3.
No. The Thunder Strike. He's going to hand it off to Carmine. I knew it. Get him. Or Ingram, get him. There you go. Nice stop, defense. That's what we needed. So glad I audible to a run defense. Nice job. All right. Now they're going to punt. Let's get the ball back. Great stop, defense. 3 and out. That's exactly what we need.
Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
This is fielded at the 7.
That's still something there. That's fine.
Officially,
all right, defense. Y'all play well this second half.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with
all right.
1st and 10.
I'm not going to run away from running the football, literally.
Take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out
to go. Pump draw. That was a pretty good play call right there. Got a nice 7-yard, 6-yard pickup there. I like that. That's a good call. I like that. How did that get buried in the play, though? We need to run that more often.
Because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield,
like that call.
success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between second and 4 and second and 8 and 9.
Jarwin get in motion. I need you to get out there and block, which you didn't really do that well. At least he got back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Divide. I like this play.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one,
Hearns, catch, I'll make that block. Not a lot of blocking.
And he's going to have the first down.
Come on! Now Hearns is hurt.
God,
we're running out of guys.
While the trainers take a look, on the side. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
What are we down to? Schultz in there. The freaking rookie. All right, just run it with Dak. It's wide open. Let's pick up the first down with his legs. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, okay, well, second and 10. Shoulder strain. God, okay, so we got Hearns out as well. No, we're definitely running out of guys. At least we still got Williams and we still got Beasley. I'm going to use y'all, okay? I've been in longer than Hearns, so I'm going to use y'all. There we go, Zeke. Nice run. First down.
To the 47 here.
Still got the 2-minute warning and 3 timeouts left, so I'm not going to be in a huge rush to get this ball down the field ASAP.
Because when I watch him, I think of his vision.
Get something
straight ahead, peripheral.
Gotta get something in the stride. I want to go with overtime. I think that helps set him apart. We have like so many injuries right now. It's not even funny.
We'll come back.
We have injuries galore. Got linemen hurt. Got receivers hurt. Got a couple defensive guys have been banged up too. Well, I'm surprised if Sean Lee's been playing.
Let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
He's been relatively healthy during this whole franchise, though. He's stayed healthy. He hasn't caused me any problems whatsoever, which is pretty good. All right.
Prescott on first down.
Oh, we'll trust you.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it.
Let's run it. Gain the first.
Open downfield, he keeps it himself for
go with a little bit of a hurry up.
First
down, get him off guard.
Clock rolling. First down
high snap right there, but it doesn't matter. He's getting a nice gain with Zeke.
Down to the 30-yard line.
No huddle again.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. They go to Elliott again.
Open hole right there for Zeke. I like it.
3-yard line.
Now New Orleans got to call a timeout.
Call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have
we
to
can win with a field goal right here. We're definitely in Dan
down.
Bailey's range, no question about it. I'm going to just feed Zeke for the rest of this drive until we absolutely have to kick it.
They'll give to Elliott.
Here we go. Let's run Zeke. Get out of there. There you go. Nice game.
Now definitely want to make timeout called by New Orleans, number 2.
Because I got a feeling they're going to get the ball with just a bit of time left. And the last thing I want is for Breeze to have like a full 2 minutes. He can do something with that.
A 20th carry here.
Here we go.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final
just called their last timeout, so
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A chance
game-winning field goal
this
would
one
be
right
a
here.
chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
Come on.
Elliott. And the hole closes quickly.
A lot of blocking than I wanted, but I'll take it.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
I let the clock wind down a little bit as I'm running the ball.
There and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He'll get it up the middle.
Just to see if I can.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
So it's 3rd and goal right now.
Lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's
60,000
of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Let's line this thing up in the middle of the field.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down about the 2-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
So, I'm going to call a timeout. Get close. 6, 5, 4, 3, timeout.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play.
19-yard field goal for Dan Bailey. Nope, not Brett Maher.
2 seconds on the clock. This for the win.
Too easy.
His kick is through. It is good. Dan Bailey.
We win.
The hero as time expires.
That was a grinded out game, I'll tell you that much.
Big D tonight. The
We had to win with a defensive touchdown and a Zeke touchdown late, but we got the job done against New Orleans Saints. And I think that brings us to, I want to say,
similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break
maybe
your serve.
8-4. Yeah, 8-4. Because in the earlier graphic it said we were 7-4 leading the NFC East. So we're guaranteed to finish at 500 at 8-4 right now.
It's an important win,
but obviously we got bigger
folks,
aspirations than that.
8-4, and they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Saints,
let's take a look at the stats. Really nothing too gaudy from Dak and company. Dak Prescott had a Q rating of 54.5, 5 of 10 for 41 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. That really brought him down. But that touchdown he threw to Blake Jarwin was pretty clutch. Ezekiel Elliott had 23 carries, 85 yards, averaged 3.6 yards per carry. Dak Prescott had 4 carries, 42 yards, averaged 10.5 yards per carry, and a fumble. Did he have more rushing than passing? Yeah. He had more rushing. He had 1 more rushing yard than passing yard, but still, 84 total yards. That's pretty good for him. Jarwin was our leading receiver. Actually, it was Hearns, 2 catches, 19 yards, an average 9.5 yards per catch. Blake Jarwin had the touchdown, 2 catches, 15 yards. Beasley had 1 catch for 7 yards. Definitely not a big receiving day at all by any stretch. Chidobe Awuzie, of course, had that 1 big interception for a touchdown. That was a big, big play by him. Leader in tackles, of course, the general, Sean Lee, 7 total. Earl Thomas had 4, Byron Thomas had 2, Jalen Smith had 2, Jeff Heath had 3, David Irving had 3 as well. Did we get any sacks in this game? Wow, we didn't get any sacks in this game. And that's a first for this team in a while. So yeah, but we're 8-4 right now after that win over New Orleans. And of course we got time in this live stream for 1 more game. Yeah. Alright. Loading screen taking a while. Okay. Let's go ahead and upgrade Sean Lee here. Only player we can upgrade for this week, but that's all good by me. General could always use a big boost. So yeah, we're 8-4. Well, let's go to the injury report and see what's up. Zach Martin's going to be out 4 weeks with a broken thumb. We got, like, what? How many weeks left in the season? Actually, 4 exactly. So he'll be back for the playoffs. So we don't need to worry about that too much. Well, let's go ahead and advance the week. And we're playing the big one for the next game. Philadelphia. Got the Eagles, y'all. This is a big one. So, the negotiations, unfortunately, Cole Beasley is not interested in signing with us after multiple attempts. I'm going to go ahead and try and negotiate with Coney Ealy just because the puzzle piece that says he fits our scheme. And Deontay Thompson, too. I'm not giving up on them yet. Damian Wilson's not interested in signing with us. I'm going to try to see if I can ink Rod Smith, though. Our freaking fullback is not even interested. Alawale, you were on the streets before we picked you up. And this how you're going to treat us? Fine. Whatever. Cameron Fleming's not interested. And the saddest news, Earl Thomas is going to hit the free agency market when the offseason hits. I don't like that one bit. And we're going to have to probably cut somebody in order to get some cap room to pitch him the big bucks. Because I want to keep him around. So bad. Okay. Trevion Johnson. Well, he won't be able to negotiate until week 17 anyway. Okay, so let's see if we can get Coney Ely this week. So what was he complaining about last time? Salary and length are great, but the bonus could be better. Okay, so you just want us to improve the bonus. Is that what I'm hearing? Okay, but how much of a bonus are you asking for? Like, is that the kind of bonus you want? And maybe like $50 million? Great. Thank you, Ely. All right, so we re-signed Coney Ely to help shore up the D-line a little bit, a couple more years. The contract looks good, but that's about it for Deontay Thompson. Let's see if we can increase this a little bit. Give him a little bit.